Hello, hello. It's Bree here. I'm going to help you figure out how to manage your business and manage your home life. This is for direct marketers, especially coaches. And tonight we're going to talk about how to really balance things. I want to be able to balance or help you balance your life and not feel like you're always on social media with like a phone in your face or always at your computer or kind of distracted when you're with your family. So I'm going to post this on YouTube. Hopefully more than just coaches, anybody who is trying to run a home-based business can benefit from this, but definitely this is directed toward Beachbody coaches. Of course, I am Bree. I'm a diamond coach, and I have founded the Live on Purpose movement, which is also our team name. So all that to say, we need to get systems and habits put into place, right? Miracle Morning. If you haven't heard of this concept or book, go check it out. It is a book by Hal Elrod, but really it's kind of a movement and a concept. If you can win your morning, you can win your day. And this gets very tricky because our culture has been taught like, oh, hitting the snooze button on the alarm clock. We have not maybe called ourselves to practice strict morning routines. Maybe we just let our mornings get away from us. Who knows? But you snooze, you lose. That is so, so true. You have to get up and basically, I have to talk to myself too, talk myself back into this, but just jump out of bed and get ready to go rock your day. So here are 5 steps to no more snoozing, taken directly from the Miracle Morning book. Set your intentions before bed. So before you go to bed, think about, okay, what's tomorrow? What's on the agenda tomorrow? What's my most important thing? What do I need to do right away? What do I need to do, just kind of prioritizing things. Also, being grateful for the day you just had. That really makes a difference. It might sound kind of tutti frutti, but if you go to bed with positive thoughts and affirmations, it's just going to set the tone for when you wake up. Move your alarm clock. Now, most of us don't have alarm clocks anymore. We're using our phones. So get your phone out of your room. Mel Robbins is huge on this. And she talks about how also the, I don't know what exactly the techie term for it or the scientific term for it is, but basically there's some electric waves or something of that nature that come right from your phone. They're emitted from your phone and they can mess with your sleep patterns. Not only that, but when you roll over and you can push a snooze button, it's way easier to blow your morning than if you have to jump out of bed and turn off that alarm so that you don't wake up your baby or your dog or your husband or whatever it might be. Brush your teeth right away. I struggle with that because I drink a citrus flavored drink in the mornings. So if I do that, then my drink is going to taste really bad. Don't judge me. But what I do is drink a glass of water, which is the next topic there, and get dressed or shower. So if you're going to work out, and we'll talk in a minute about the lifesavers, get into your workout clothes because that's half the battle, right? Just getting yourself talked into doing the thing. So if you're going to pick one thing out of this, it would be moving your alarm clock. That's going to be the one that's going to be most proactive in getting you closer to that success in your mornings. Continuing on this, Hal talks about lifesavers, and that's actually an acronym. So if you set up your morning, he talks about chopping these into 20-minute blocks. So as you can see, we have 6 of them. It's an hour, 20, or right? 20, 40, 60, it's 2 hours. Whatever. Don't make me math right now. It's 2 hours there. I would say even if you have to cut it in half or adjust, if you're hitting each of these in the Miracle Morning framework, you're still going to be more successful than your counterparts who are doing nothing to be intentional about their mornings. Let's go through them. Silence. So silence and gratitude or meditation, they all kind of fall into this one. taking a moment to just really center yourself for the day. Again, it may sound tutti frutti, but whatever works for you to kind of get in that state of intentionality and deliberate action. Affirmations. What about, we got to pop this up here and there we go, mute some people. Saying your affirmations, that rolls really nicely from silence and meditation into affirmations. And this literally is writing out, I am successful. I am productive. I am efficient. I am focused. I am capable. I am a rock star recruiter. I am. And you write them in present tense because those are way more powerful. If you need help on coming up with affirmations, let me know. I love doing that. And then moving into visualizations, which again, all rolls back into meditation. But if you just keep kind of ruminating on this and you're visualizing and make it so you can really see yourself and feel yourself, you can smell it, you can taste it, all of these things. Maybe it's your dream house. Maybe it's your dream team. Maybe it's, you name it. Then exercise. This, in the Miracle Morning, he says 20 minutes, even if your workout would be longer than 20 minutes. That's where I like to just go ahead and do the whole thing. I mean, programs are designed a certain way for a reason, and you might as well just get it done while you're there. But if you only have 20 minutes, bam, better than nothing, right? And reading. What are you currently reading to expand your mind, to feed your mindset, to broaden your horizons, to sharpen your skills? We have to be reading. Again, just 20 minutes on each of these things. And so really, if you wanted to condense them, this is just like off the record advice. I'm not saying I'm any kind of pro or expert. Your results may vary. There's my disclaimer. But it really, if you needed to shave some time off and you did like 5 minutes of silence, 5 minutes of affirmations, sat for 5 minutes visualizing. Because I know, especially in the very beginning, when you start doing these things, 1 minute seems like forever. Or it can, just depending on your mood and your flow and all that stuff. So you could kind of consolidate the SAV and then take your exercise and do your whole workout for the day and then move into your reading. Of course, you might shower. You might choose to shower after your exercise, come back, read, and then scribing is what, it's an old school term for journaling or writing. So after you read, then maybe just kind of journal. A thing that I love to do every morning is write out what I'm thankful for. And not only what, but why. It really helps deepen that connection to why I'm so blessed and really gets me on that feeling. Like you can say, oh, I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my car. I'm thankful for whatever, blah, blah, blah. But when you say why and really examine like, wow, why am I so grateful for this? It can help you dig a little bit deeper and elicit that feeling. Because we really want to channel the feeling. It's going to put you in a better mood. Think of it as kind of building up a privacy fence around you. You're doing this work to build your mindset, build your mood, set your intention so that you can be more productive. You can be more effective in your day job and in your coaching job, and basically just like be better, right? Just be a well-oiled machine. And so you're building up this privacy fence by doing these lifesavers. And as you go through the day, you're going to have uncomfortable situations, or maybe, crap happens at work, whatever it is, and those just kind of tear it down. So the higher you build that fence, like the more it's going to take to knock it over. Does that make sense? It's just the way I think of it when I spend time on myself in the mornings. I'm a big believer in taking my mornings for myself, no matter how busy I am. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. If you're feeling like, wow, I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm running 1,000 directions. I feel like my family hardly ever sees me, or my family's complaining because I'm always checking my phone, or whatever it might be. Whether you've just started your business or you've been doing this for a while, because we all go in seasons, right? It ebbs and flows. Think about, am I just doing like busy tasks and calling it work and calling it my power hour? Or am I really being productive and I'm just busting my tail and I'm in a busy season right now? So a way to delineate that is to make sure you're doing the most important things first, and then the rest not at all. So if you just focus on the most important things, which are what? Answering the people in your inbox. Answer that whole inbox once. Clear it once. Don't keep playing ping pong with your messages, okay? If you have people that are really close to making an investment in themselves, they're really ready, you're moving them through the process and they're almost ready to purchase their solution to their problems, whatever it is, their challenge pack. Those people, yes, probably move them up on the list, and maybe you could go back and forth and volley a little bit with messages. But if it's just like you're forming messages and just basic like casual conversation, those messages really only need to be answered once, maybe twice a day. It's okay. So you clear that inbox, then you move on to inviting. You don't invite people, your business doesn't grow, right? Then you move on to, your social media post. So it's really easy for us to flip this around and think, oh, I got to be posting. I got to be liking other people's stuff so they can see my stuff, blah, blah, blah. We need to figure out, what is my goal for the month in my business? It's probably to grow your team. So inviting, of course, is going to be your key action. So do the most important things first and the rest not at all. There's some days that I don't make a fresh post on Facebook at all. I'll tell you my trick. My little hack is to go back on posts that I've been posting for maybe the week before, or if there's something in my memories, comment on that and it will bump it up in the feed. So if you already have great content for the week and today just happens to be like it's taco night with your family and you don't have a whole bunch of time, go back and boost a couple of posts just by commenting, replying to one of your friends, and be done with it instead of crafting a whole new post, which could take up to 15 minutes if you're going to create a new image. We all know this, right? It's really easy to get stuck down that rabbit hole, but ask yourself, am I being productive? Am I really moving the needle of my business forward, or am I just kind of being busy? I'm just like filling up time. Scrolls don't reach goals. I have to repeat this to myself all the time because I will fall into that scroll, like, comment, repeat, right? And that's not where it's at. We need to be building deep connections. I'm not going to totally discount the fact that scrolling and commenting, knowing what is going on with your friends is important. But that's more of like a Sunday on commercial break during football kind of thing instead of like a power hour thing. Do you follow? Know what needs done. So when you sit down to work your business, know, okay, I didn't invite anybody yesterday. I need to invite 10 today. Or I did a whole bunch of outgoing messages yesterday, so I really need to clear my inbox. Think about that and be smart about it. If you were blindfolded and told to shoot a target, how successful would you be? Don't set yourself up to fail. You're smarter than that. Okay, so we're batching content. This might be a new term for you. Don't freak out. It's nothing fancy. It's just literally thinking about, okay, what's my goal? My goal next month is Success Club 10, let's say. So I know at least once a week, I'm going to want a transformation post. I'm going to want to be sprinkling through why I love home workouts. I'm going to be sprinkling through results for my challengers, why they're killing it. And then open call to action invites on Sundays. That's already 4 days of the week that I know what I'm posting, right? Even if I didn't post anything else the other 3 days, I could boost those other ones by commenting and tagging people and stuff in the comments. So just planning your month in advance, aligning with your goals. If it's recruiting, then I'm going to need to be talking about, what I love about weekly paychecks and how I love my freedom and, all of those kinds of things. Showcasing the lifestyle. That's always what we're doing in our content. Pick out some uninterrupted time to batch. So if like my son has football practice on Thursdays, if I can get the neighbors to take him, then I can use that uninterrupted time to sit down and just create. You kind of get into the flow when you're creating stuff too. And if you set aside like a Saturday morning or whenever is a good time for you, if you're an early bird, do it in the morning. If you're a night owl, do it at night. But time when you don't have to feel guilty because your family is doing other stuff and it's just designated for creating. There are many resources and other influencers in the direct sales business that will help you batch content. And if you need any kind of pointers or tips in the right direction, just holler at me. use those scheduling features on Facebook especially. There is something called Tailwind that you can schedule for Pinterest and Instagram posts. Whatever platforms you're on, use them to their max capability. So schedule in your Facebook groups, schedule anything and everything you can. Even if it's just Instagram, if you have like a grid planner, Planoly, or there's one UNUM, at least mapping out what you're gonna post. So then when it's time, you just know, oh, there's the image, bam, bam, bam. When you're doing this uninterrupted block of time for batching content, you can like write up your captions and stuff too if you want to. Whatever works for you. Find your wave and write it, okay? So let's talk about these accountability groups, because that is really the bread and butter of what we do. So design them to be active even if you're not. That's not to say you get the group going and you never talk in there or post in there or show your struggles and strengths. It's just if you, for example, work a 12-hour shift, or you're really busy with your kids and whatever it is, if you have a busy day or two, the group will live on without you and actually thrive. Set them up to be that way. Use conversation starters. Get things going for the culture. Like naturally, find people that would pair up well together. Spark conversation by tagging somebody. Like, oh, example, I'm not great at like Google Docs meal planning, but I have a challenger who is a badass at it. And so if somebody's like, recipe ideas, please, or blah, 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 or I need help meal planning, bam, I tag this girl, and then the conversation starts. You see what I mean? I kind of talked about this a minute ago, but use those features on Facebook. So the groups are now doing like units, files. You can do the scheduling in the groups. There's all kinds of different things you can do. Mari Smith, M-A-R-I, Mari Smith is a really great person to follow. She's a Facebook expert. So she'll keep you on the up and up with Facebook features. Now let's talk about office hours. You might be like, what? I don't even have an office. I'm working at my kitchen table. Not like that. I want to head down to point number 2 there. You are a boutique shop, not a 24/7 Walmart, okay? That was the thing. I was just so super stoked when I first signed up to coach. And then B, I just felt like if I didn't respond right away, people were going to find somebody else to buy from. Let me remind you that your people are in it for you, right? They don't care. They can get Shakeology from anybody. There's like 500,000 coaches. Not to create a scarcity mindset for you, because, like hardly any of them actually put the pedal to the metal. But the reality is they could go on Amazon, even though that is not something Beachbody Compliance wants to see. They could, if they were really determined to get it, and they weren't in it for you and that connection, that relationship and supporting you, then they're probably not your person anyways. Yes? So don't be afraid to say, you know what, my office hours are this, because when you honor your priorities, which is your family, yourself, your fitness, your own health, all of those other things, that is not just your business. When you honor that and you're in alignment with your values and your priorities, your business is going to reflect that. I promise. I don't have any quantitative, solid data for that, but it just is. You're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to carry yourself differently. You're going to be more confident in your conversations. So align your actions with your priorities. That's just life 101. So when is a good time for you? Like, what is a good time of day that your family's not going to feel neglected if you're on your phone or your computer? Your family has certain activities, or they go on errands, or whatever it is. Pick office hours that work with your life. Hello, that's why we signed up for this, because it is so flexible. It's not like your boss is like, yo, you need to work this time to this time, because that's when, we have patients, or that's when we have clients, or that's when all the other businesses are open. This business is totally in your hands. You're the driver. You're the CEO. But also encourage you to go technology free. Like, say, okay, after 6 p.m., I don't touch my phone until my kid's in bed. And you just set that standard for your family. They will see that you're actually taking this business seriously, like a business. It's not taking you away from them. Also, you're being intentional with your time. You're going to fill your cup up and feel better about that. And also you can relate then to other people. Like, I know how busy it is. I have to discipline myself to put my phone down just like you. Is it easy? No. I find myself sneaking peeks at it during supper too, when we're sitting at the dinner table and I'm like, nope, put it down. So choose a time, either, like a couple of hours a day, or maybe it's just one day a week. You're like, oh, bam, we're off of social media. We're not doing it today, or whatever it is. Let me remind you, because I know some personalities are like this, including mine. It's either all or nothing. That's how we feel about it. And it doesn't have to be that way. Even if you make progress, you're like, oh, I was only off my phone for an hour tonight. If that was more than you did yesterday, you're going to get better. Just keep at it. Don't beat yourself up. Don't try to be like, oh my gosh, okay, from like 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., I'm not looking at my phone. And then on Sundays, we're going technology free, and like set this like outrageous example for yourself. Tell your family what you want to do. Tell them why your business is important to you. And then show them, hey, I am vowing to you not to look at my phone during supper. The goal is to put it down until bedtime. Or let them know, hey, I have this girl. She's really excited to change her life. We've been talking all day, and she might need me tonight at about 7 o'clock because she's ready to sign up. And get them involved. Help them see that you are actually doing something big. You're not just, playing Candy Crush on your phone. You're like helping people change their lives. Make sense? I'm getting preachy. Look out. Okay, so here's a drum roll question. When should I hire a VA, virtual assistant? So this is so up to you. There's, like multi-star diamonds who don't have one. And then there's me, who's had one since I was an emerald, basically. And basically all she did when I hired her was calculate my challenge group points, because I freaking hate that. Hire to your weakness is a thing that I firmly believe in. Also, delegate or die is a huge Chalene Johnson mantra. And I read that in one of her trainings, and that really stuck out to me. So I hired one early on. I figured if she could tally up points for $10 an hour while I was conversating with people, it was worth it to me. Anybody can tally up points, only I can bring on new people, right? So this is just totally up to you. You have to weigh the risk versus the benefit. What's the risk? Let's just say it's the financial obligation. But what's the benefit? For me, it greatly outweighs the risk, quote unquote risk. I should have put that in there. That's a nursing term. So as an RN, we're always weighing risk versus benefit and looking at, treatment options. What's the risk? What's the benefit? Does the benefit outweigh the risk? Is basically how it is. So make a brain dump, pros, cons. If you truly are feeling like, man, I'm spending all my time on this and I'm feeling spread too thin, there are people that you could pay $10 an hour to tally up your challenge group points or whatever it is. My assistant does a lot for me now. She's actually been promoted to project manager. And if you have more questions about that, I would certainly answer them for you and kind of give you an idea about what I did in the beginning. The thing that I will say I like about having had her early on is that we've really gotten a chance to grow together, fail forward together, get a feel for working styles and communication styles. So it's been a really cool growth and expansion time, because we just kind of read each other's minds already, and we haven't had very many growing pains yet. So I'm pro VA. I'm just going to say that. But I know that it's a big step. It's an investment in your business, but it's also an investment in yourself. And that's a statement to yourself that says, I believe in this. I know I'm going places. And, I need a teammate. I need somebody to support me here. And that's that. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate the support. I hope this was helpful. If not, I'm sorry. I wish you all the best, and I hope you have a successful week.